in front of me an RCA to HDMI converter. It's available with low-cost small parcel shipping directly from freetv.ie. So what we're using it for in this demonstration is we're going to take the output from a satellite receiver here and run it over to a television. So the basic premise would be that we have a set-top box that only has an RCA output, which is like an old analog type connection, very similar to SCART, and we want to obviously connect it to a monitor or TV in this case that has a HDMI input, okay? So if we look at the back of this particular set-top box here, we'll see that we have the RCA connections on it. So I'll just do them one by one here. So we'll just come along and we have audio left here, which is the white. We have audio right, which is the red. And then we have a yellow here, which is the actual video, okay? So we're pulling the output from this particular unit. And what we want to do is we want to run it directly via this HDMI lead over. And this will almost work, but not quite in the status I'm going to show it now, okay? And the reason it won't is that it needs a power source to actually power the converter. So there's two ways we can go at this. If we had a free USB port either on the television or on the set-top box, what we can actually do is we could power it off this, and this is a little power unit here, would push directly in and power it. Now, another option that we give on the website is to actually buy an external power supply. We've just a 12 volt 2 amp power supply plugged in here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to come along and I'm going to push this in. Now initially, let's just see how the picture comes out here when we work it on. I think we have defaulted onto EWTN. So the picture looks like, oh goodness, it's cracking and it's not going to work. But don't panic, just power it off the unit. There's a little reset button here and power it back on. And then that's it. So it actually, the conversion on it works extremely well. So I mean, it's a lovely little unit. The cost point on it's great. We've actually been looking for something like this for a long time because with most converters, what converters are doing is they're downscaling. You have a high resolution, you drop to a low resolution, all the rest of it. What this is effectively doing is it's fooling the television and saying that an RCA output here, which is like analog, I want you to see it as a high definition image coming in, and it meets the parameters to the point where the television is able to display it. So that's it anyway, an overview of the RCA to HDMI converter available with low cost small parcel shipping from freetv.ie.